Imagine a world where the sky isn't just a ceiling but a gateway to galaxies. Think of a place where people have solved the universe's mysteries and use its endless energy to power their society. This isn't a dream but a real possibility beyond our imagination. As you wake up on a peaceful morning, the first thing you notice is the gentle buzz of your levitating bed, softly elevating you above the ground. You look out your window and see a vibrant cityscape soaring high into the heavens, with airborne vehicles flying around like bees around a hive. Exiting your room and entering the corridor, your own robot servant greets you warmly, presenting a perfectly brewed cup of tea, made exactly to your liking. As you savor your tea, you browse the latest news on your enhanced reality screen and discover that humanity has just accomplished yet another remarkable milestone. A new type of civilization capable of harnessing the energy of not just one, but multiple stars in their galaxy. You finish your tea and head out to your transport pod, which swiftly carries you to your workplace, a vast space station circling a nearby planet. Here, you collaborate with fellow scientists and engineers to uncover the secrets of the universe and expand human knowledge. In the evening, you decide to take a break and treat yourself to interstellar cuisine. You board a sleek vessel, and in just a few brief hours, you arrive at a distant planet renowned for its exotic dishes. You savor flavors that amaze your senses and admire the skill of the alien chefs who prepare them. As you return home, you realize that this is just the beginning. There are numerous civilizations out there, each more advanced and astonishing than the last, from Type 1 societies that harness their home planet's power to Type 7 civilizations that control the entire multiverse. The possibilities are boundless. What if I told you that all of this could be real, and perhaps some alien civilizations have already achieved such remarkable technological heights? It all began back in 1964 when the Soviet scientist Nikolai Kardashev came up with a system to categorize civilizations by their technology and energy use. This system, called the Kardashev scale, ranges from Type 1, where a civilization hasn't fully utilized its home planet's potential, to Type 3, which can harness the energy of a whole galaxy. The connection between energy and technology is a basic idea that drives the progress of civilizations. As a society gains more energy sources, it can create new technologies to use even more energy, leading to a continuous cycle of progress. It's a humbling thought that, despite all our technological advances, we're still at the lowest level on Kardashev's scale. We proudly hold the position of a Type 0 civilization. This means we haven't yet reached the point where we can use all the energy our planet provides, and we haven't established a sustainable global energy system. Humans currently have a score of 0.73. Our average power use was 18.4 terawatts back in 2018. Michio Kaku, an American theoretical physicist, worked out that if we increase our energy use by 3% each year, we could become a Type 1 civilization in 100 to 200 years. A Type 1 civilization has mastered all the energy available on their home planet and from a nearby star. They get their energy, knowledge, and raw materials from nuclear power, renewable sources, and other methods. They can travel between planets, do big-scale changes to planets, improve medicine to fight disease and slow aging, and use technology to enhance themselves. But they're still at risk of disappearing. A Type 1 civilization doesn't live on just one planet. They're on several planets and moons in their solar system. They have a united government that covers all these places, allowing them to trade, research, and work together. Their technology lets them make themselves stronger. But they're not unbeatable, and they could still vanish. As Michio Kaku describes in his book Physics of the Future, Type 1 civilizations collect power from their planet, using all the sunlight it gets. They might also use volcanoes, change the weather, control earthquakes, and even build cities on the ocean. All planetary power is within their control. This level of control over the natural world is truly amazing, and shows how much progress a civilization can make when it masters energy and technology. Talking about Type 1 civilizations might make it sound like we'd have superpowers, but that's nothing compared to what Type 2 civilizations can do. Ever heard of a Dyson sphere? This is where Type 2 civilizations come into play. They can capture the energy of a whole star by building a Dyson sphere around it. A Dyson sphere is a big idea from physicist Freeman Dyson, and it's like a giant shell around a star to collect its energy. Then they can use this energy for their infrastructure and technology. Making a Dyson sphere would need a lot of resources and technology, something we can't do right now. But there have been some interesting discoveries that make us wonder if advanced civilizations might be able to use star energy. One of the most well-known stars that has attracted a lot of attention from astronomers and the public is the Tabby star. This star is situated around 1,470 light-years away from Earth in the Cygnus constellation, and was found by the Kepler Space Telescope in 2015. The Tabby star became widely talked about because of its strange and unpredictable changes in brightness. It seemed to get dimmer by as much as 20% at irregular times, which didn't match any natural events seen before. Some astronomers guessed that this dimming might be due to a group of comets passing in front of the star, or maybe even because of an alien megastructure like a Dyson sphere. If a civilization could build a Dyson sphere around a star, they would have access to an enormous amount of energy to power technology and infrastructure on a scale we can't even imagine. They could control the star's energy output and possibly even create artificial gravity and black holes. Type 2 civilizations could also settle entire star systems. They could set up living spaces and infrastructure on planets and moons, and they might even be able to change these worlds to make them suitable for their species. They could also manage the orbits of planets and moons, and perhaps even create their own star systems. According to Kardashev, this kind of civilization is incredibly advanced, almost like gods. The only civilization that could surpass it is a Type 3 civilization. Picture a whole galaxy where every solar system is taken apart, and every star is enclosed in a Dyson cloud made of energy-collecting solar cells. Can you try to imagine how mighty this civilization would be? They could travel faster than light, control gravity and electric fields. They would use some kind of propulsion technology we don't know yet, allowing them to cross the galaxy in just a few hours or days. In a 2015 study, astronomers thought that such a civilization in our nearby universe is extremely rare. But if they do exist, galaxies would be like simple homes to them, and planets would be just obstacles. They could change the very structure of space and time, steer stars, and get energy from the most powerful events in the universe, like supernovae and black holes. We can't even imagine what could happen if we reach this level of civilization. It's estimated that humans might take around 1 million years to get there if we can last that long. Right now, we can't see anything like that, and there are two possible reasons why. Either there's no civilization that has reached this level, or it's possible that these advanced beings have progressed so quickly with such advanced technology that they've been able to hide and stay unnoticed. With all this, you might think this should be the most powerful and advanced civilization. Even Kardashev himself believed there could only be 3 types of civilization. But could there be another civilization even more advanced than all of them? A Type 4 civilization. In his original scale, Nikolai Kardashev introduced only 3 levels of civilization, as he believed that the energy of the whole galaxy could cover any life form's needs. Some other scientists went much further and updated the scale, imagining the possibilities of civilizations far beyond Type 3. The sheer size of the universe offers a glimpse of what might be possible for a Type 4 civilization. With billions of galaxies to explore, such a civilization could harness the energy of each one if necessary, controlling it for their needs. They could manipulate and rearrange the galaxies like construction sets, creating new planetary systems, or even erasing something that was no longer needed from the universe. Of course, to achieve this level of control, such a civilization would need to discover new laws of physics that are currently beyond human comprehension. But the mere possibility of such an advanced civilization is a testament to the vast potential of the universe and the endless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. But there's more. The concept of a multiverse theory isn't new and has been thought about by many scientists and thinkers for ages. But what if there was a civilization that not only found out other universes exist, but also figured out how to use their energy? A Type 5 civilization could manage the energy of countless universes out there. They'd handle all the hidden dimensions, move energy from one universe to another, teleport, and even travel through time like it's no big deal. Yeah, it all might sound unbelievable, but a Type 6 civilization is even more crazier. It would exist beyond space and time, able to make universes and multiverses and also wipe them out instantly. If we reach this level of progress, humanity would be able to control everything and anything. At this point, we'd be like gods. In a far-off future, humanity had reached its highest point of evolution, becoming a Type 7 civilization. With their advanced technology, they had uncovered the universe's mysteries, including the secret to living forever. Members of the Omega civilization could use virtual technology to explore various pocket dimensions. To do this, they bent space-time to create a specific emptiness that would become a new home for objects moved from the existing universe. Due to these changes, the laws of physics in these dimensions might be somewhat different, which could be very useful. As they traveled through these pocket dimensions, They discovered that each one was special in its own way. Some were filled with vibrant colors and exotic creatures, while others were vast deserts or empty lands. But in every dimension they visited, they found something new to discover, fresh challenges to face, and exciting experiences to enjoy. But the most amazing thing about these pocket dimensions was the chance for endless life. They could program every single atom of every person in that dimension, and the civilization could go on living in the pocket universe forever. And when that pocket universe eventually disappeared, they could go to another pocket universe inside it, and so on, without end. The Omega civilization had become masters of their fate. No longer held back by time and space, they had turned into pure energy beings, able to go between dimensions whenever they wanted. And with each new dimension they found, they kept pushing the limits of what they could do, achieving things that were once believed impossible. Ancient advanced civilization. You've probably seen the pyramids, those ancient structures that have been around for a very long time, and still amaze and inspire us today. But what if I told you that there was once a very advanced civilization that lived millions of years ago, long before our own? Scientists have looked at the Great Pyramid over the years and wondered about what it must have taken to build such an incredible thing back then. Many scientists think it would have needed 20,000 workers and 20 years to finish the Great Pyramid. This would have been a huge job considering that, according to our history, they only had wooden tools, ropes, and pulleys. Because the pyramid has so many details and precise lines, it's hard to believe that they could have finished such an amazing structure in 20 years with so few people and such basic tools, especially considering the resources they had at that time. Even with modern tools, scientists haven't figured out how to build pyramids, not even on a smaller scale, with the same exactness as the original ones. The technology to do that just didn't exist in that time. According to what history tells us, it shouldn't have been possible to build the pyramids back then. It might sound like a surprising idea, but there's proof to support it. From the puzzling remains of Machu Picchu to the giant structures of Stonehenge, there are clues that a very old civilization used to live on this planet. But even with all this evidence, lots of people still think that the notion of an advanced civilization existing millions of years ago is just a made-up story. But what if we're mistaken? What if there's more to our history than we've ever considered? What if there used to be a very advanced civilization that could do things we can't even think about today? Picture a world where technology wasn't just a tool, but a part of everyday life, where they could get energy straight from the stars, and where they knew about physics so well that it would make our modern scientists feel shy. This civilization could have changed whole planets, made new kinds of life, and traveled in space so fast that our quickest rockets would seem really slow in comparison. This civilization would have eventually encountered a big problem, one that put their survival at risk. It could have been a natural disaster, a fight between groups, or a sudden change in how space and time work. No matter what caused it, they had to make a choice. Either go extinct or leave their home and search for a new one in space. So they started a journey that took millions of years, going from one planet to another, changing them to make them livable and living there. They left behind amazing buildings that still amaze us today, like the pyramids, the Nazca lines, and the underwater cities hidden below the water. Yet despite all this proof, we still hold on to the belief that we are the most advanced civilization ever. But what if we're just the most recent in a long line of civilizations that have appeared and disappeared over millions of years? What if we're simply following the path of those who came before us, learning from their errors, and building on their achievements? It might seem like something out of a science fiction story, but the truth is, we just don't have all the answers. The proof is there, waiting to be found and put together like a puzzle. The journey ahead is long and uncertain, but with bravery, resolve, and a commitment to doing what's right, we can accomplish great things and reach new levels of technological advancement and understanding.